Hello everyone and welcome to Unity Breaking News. Unity Breaking News is a kind of new content or a new show that I will be covering on my channel as well. So the main story of today is the New Year Super Sale from the Unity Asset Store. And a couple of these assets that you see right now here are featured by the New Year sale. So let's get started. We will start with the environment that you see here, which is the Winter Environment Nature Pack. It's a very good looking winter environment pack that I can only recommend. And here I'm using some different settings for the visual look and feel. Everything that you see here is in URP. So this is what you can achieve in URP. So the next asset is, let's check what's the next in the list. Okay, that's iStep. iStep is made by me and is a food placement solution where the feet are adapted to the ground. Not only the feet but also the body position to make the character being placed very precisely. So if you look here, you see how the feet adapt to the ground. So let's see what's next. Next is the Viking Rider. This one is not featured by the New Year sale, but I still wanted to mention it because it's such a good looking character and it's super high quality, and yeah, that's what I'm using here. So let's get to the next one. The next one sadly isn't featured either, which is from Hoax Software, which is the LSPP. That's a really great volumetric lighting solution. It's super cheap. It's this one, and let's see it in action. So I'm going to disable it. Sorry, this was the wrong one. This one without it and with the solution. So you see it looks really nice. You get this volumetric fog, and yeah, it's super nice. And what I use here as well is atmospheric height fog, which is this one. So you get this foggy view of the world, which is really nice. It's also featured, but I think I don't have it here. So let's search for it. So here it is. So I decided to go with this solution instead of, because I mean, I was showing this page. There's Buto as well, which also is some kind of fog solution, but to my liking, it had too many constraints. So you can check out Buto as well. It's half the price, but it comes with a couple of constraints, which I didn't found on atmospheric height fog, and that's why I went with atmospheric height fog. But of course, there are other solutions as well, and you can combine these assets with each other because LSPP is really great. I mean, it's a render feature, so it's a post-processing effect, and that's why it's so cheap and can be integrated into your project very easy and fast. So let's get to the next assets, which is Starlight Water. It's not featured in my demo that I made, but I still wanted to mention this asset because I'm using it in Hoax News, and it's just a super nice and simple stylized water solution. And yeah, it can be used for a lot of use cases. And I combined it actually in Hoax News with the underwater rendering as well. Even though I don't have underwater levels yet, it's really good looking, and yeah, I can only recommend these two solutions. What I also would like to recommend as well in this video is Tunicolors Pro 2, because I was using this also in Hoax News, and all three of those are featured by the sale, so you get it 50% off, and that's why I wanted to mention it. And I also would like to mention this here, because these are so cheap assets and have so high quality for this price. It's insane. I mean, you get these assets for less than 3 euros. This is amazing, because the assets of this guy, of this publisher, Al Branch, are really, really great. I can really recommend them, and I'm going to buy, of course, this Steam City today. I mean, it's only 277, and yeah, it's just great for this price. And I would also like to recommend Castle Valley Collection 1. This is a bunch of photogrammetric, how do you say it? How do you pronounce it? Data sets, and this guy did a really great job with this asset pack. It looks phenomenal. It looks in the HDRP. It looks insanely realistic, but even in URP it looks very, very good. And yeah, I can only recommend it. It has a very nice level that actually he is not. Now he's showing it. Okay, in the beginning. It's really nice asset, so I wanted to mention this as well. Yeah, that's it for the main news. There's another thing that I would like to mention, which is about another show that I will be covering on my channel, which will be the Game Dev show. And yeah, in the Game Dev show, we will be talking about, or I will be talking about, I mean, it could be we if other people would like to join, of course. Anyway, it will be about workflows that I'm using. How, for example, I made this basically asset flip from Hoax News to this game with this Viking, because the functionality is basically on par. It's the same character controller, and I'm even for the level design, I'm using the same tool set, and I will be covering all these workflow tools about the decision to use URP versus HDRP, to go for URP, and I will be also covering ecosystem solutions, to have workflows that are undestructive, so you can have an easier time to change your content or your assets and stuff like that. And I will be talking about general Unity stuff as well. So yeah, stay tuned for the Game Dev show, which will be coming soon as well on this channel. And yeah, that's it for today's breaking news in regard to Unity. And until next time.